Leonard with the steal. It could go. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
So glad to have you on board for some hoops. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. Now here's Pritchard. Pass to Keita. Outside, Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Now White. There's the three. Hart with the defensive effort.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Anunoby on the wing. Brunson looks it over. Nice D from Pritchard. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. Right away, we got to talking about Jalen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us. But with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from Coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Back to you, Ryan.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Brunson. Back to Hart. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
You knew something had to go in at some point. Maybe the start of better things ahead.
Count the basket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
The kick out to Brunson. And a nice finish on the layup.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
Lost it on offense. Trailing by 2. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And with with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
Now here's Anunoby. Left side Brunson. Pass to Towns. And here's Brunson. Defended by Pritchard. Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
Brown, no good. Anunoby on the wing. Pass to Towns. White with a steal. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. 4 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot here. The offensive rebound. Pritchard surviving the D. And stolen by Bridges. Here's Anunoby. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Making his presence felt on the defensive end. Bridges, a quick switch kind of guy.
They set the pick. Down low. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
And that's a powerful man right there. Towns is never going to pass up a chance to finish with authority.
Tatum. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Now Brunson uses the glass to finish. The layup. Brunson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Brown on the take.
When you want an emphatic finish, Brown is the man you are looking for. He does not waste opportunities like that.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. New York out in front, leading by just... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach...
Whoa! Brown with a huge slam!
Come on, Jaylen, that's just ridiculous.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jaylen Brunson just changed things. They've gone all in to surround him with talent. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole. If you give him that kind of separation, oh, he's going to take full advantage.
And the basket by Bridges.
Some competitive fire from Bridges. Great answer to the three at the other end.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Outside Pritchard. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Tipped away. Bridges with it. Now guarded by White. Back to Hart. Fires for 3. Rebound Boston. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Well, every year we see a few teams that exceed expectations, Richard. In your experience, what's the blueprint for an overachieving team?
Well, a lot of times you see new coaching staffs unlocking a roster. Other times it's just healthier bits of competition. And don't forget, health is always a huge component.
Simons has a shoot-first mindset, but he also takes great pride in making plays for others.
Brunson up top. Shoots over White. Brunson misses. Boston trailing. Pass to Simons. Here's Garza. Jacks up a three. The rebound by Bridges. To the paint. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Hauser, that's good.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Left side, Brunson. Brunson gets it done.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
On the wing, Hauser. Wide open look. And Boston again with the bucket. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
Here's Simons. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And using that speed right there, it's what makes Simons hard to stop in transition.
Here's Brunson. Brunson slicing and dicing.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
Pass to Garza. Here's Walsh. Now here's Simons. Brunson defending. White for three. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns, left side. Back to Bridges. There's the triple. It's hauled in by White. Pass to Walsh. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Knicks out in front, up by 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. The Knicks with the lead. Brunson with it. Outside Hart. Out to Bridges. The three is up. Counted from distance. Bridges has got 8.
A reliable shooter at the arc. Bridges takes those when he can.
Out to the right wing. Back to Simons. Pass to Keita. Out to Simons. 4 on the clock. It's stolen by Hart. Here's Anunoby. Boston pulls it in. You know, for a team that's had deep playoff runs almost every year recently, the Celtics fell short last season, RJ.
Well, injuries and other factors played into that. But there's so much parity in the NBA right now. There is no team invincible come playoff time.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Misses the three. Celtics trail by 3. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Simons. And here's Brown. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 2. And down it goes. 2 points. Give him 8 points now.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, guys. Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Back to you.
Putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie. Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Anunoby for 3. Nails it from 3. Anunoby's got 8.
Brunson with a sixth sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
Outside, Brown. And there's the drive. And the jam by Brown.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
The floater. Brunson misses. Boston on offense. 2-point game for the tie. The rebound by Bridges. Pass to Robinson. Outside Brunson.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
36-32.
Shoots a fadeaway. Again, Brown missing.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
Out to Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Over to the left wing. Here's Brunson outside. Doesn't go. That's his 5th miss out of 10 tries. And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. The Celtics making a switch here. Celtics trail by 4. And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Getting some airtime. Okay, Bridges, we see you.
Boucher, no good. New York leading by 6. Here's Brunson. 10 points for him. There's 37 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The rebound by Bridges. Anunoby on the wing. And That one drops. Ananobi's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Such good vision from Brunson. He's able to spot a guy ready to attack.
And Pritchard, here we go. And finished off by Boucher.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Pass to Bridges. Robinson gets the bucket.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
And so it's New York, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Just pounding.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Knicks.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Celtics trail by 8. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Minot. Stolen by Bridges. Here's Brunson. Hart. Brunson up top. Now Anunoby. 5 to shoot. Takes it inside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Chris Boucher.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And the second free throw is good. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
Thanks for that, Allie. Back to Brown. Over Hart. Towns with a rebound. Knicks leading by 9. It's stolen. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Pass to Boucher. The layup off target. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Brunson up top. Out to Bridges. Here's Towns. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Boston making a switch here.
Number 11, Peyton Pritchard.
Celtics trail by 9. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Boucher, left side. Pass to Simons. Now Brown. The 3. And it's Brunson with the rebound. Here's Hart. And the layup is good. And it's Simons with the ball for the Celtics. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Now Boucher. It's stolen by Hart. Anunoby. The 3. Oh boy, we've got a good one for you right here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. Pass to Dunn. Three-pointer, Harden drills it from deep. Well, Grant, we've got a treat tonight. These are two of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah, B.A., you know, one thing they have in common, they make smart decisions with the ball. And, of course, they know how and when to attack. I think we'll get some high IQ hoops here tonight.
Edwards can't hit. Now Los Angeles with it. It's a three-point game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. We talked about Kawhi Leonard and how much his experience plays a role. He mentioned when you have a guy like Kawhi, you can take one aspect of his game, but he's so skilled and experienced that he will find another way to beat you. They've got their hands full with the vet. Guys, back over to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Inside. Here's Collins. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. It's blocked.
Yeah, nice swat by Randall, using his size and good anticipation to get in the shooter's way.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Everyone talks about Jaden McDaniels' defense, and for good reason, Stan.
Well, B.A., one way to get a lot of playing time is to be the best at something. McDaniels is a total lockdown defender on the wing. He can guard anybody.
By himself. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Outside Harden. Takes it inside. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's McDaniels. Stolen by Collins. Now Los Angeles moving it up. Done with it. Randall's in his pocket. Here's Leonard. Oh, are you kidding me?
My goodness.
Yeah, the level of creativity Leonard has is just special. He's capable of some really memorable throwdowns.
Now here's DiVincenzo. To the middle. Oh, stolen by Harden. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Offline with a 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Pass to Leonard. Sinks it from distance. Leonard's got 5 points.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
And after that surprising Karl Anthony Towns trade, it took time for Minnesota to gel.
Yeah, last season some inconsistency, but they seem to find a groove down the stretch, capping it off with a deep run.
Takes a 3. Timberwolves trail by 3. McDaniels with it. Harden picks him up. Zubac with the steal. Now Los Angeles moving it up. Leonard for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Give him 8 points now.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Here's Harden. Collins a screen. With 1 on the clock. And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for Los Angeles. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. Now Los Angeles moving it up. Three-pointer, Beal, hauled in by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 4. McDaniels with it. Now Bogdanovich defending. McDaniels, that's good.
A smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by DiVincenzo. Outside Paul. Bogdanovich on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back over to you, Brian.
A star on the rise. Allie, thanks for the report.
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Here's Paul. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yeah, and despite his relative lack of size, CP very crafty finishing inside. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
An opportunity now to retake the lead.
Showing off their intensity these last few minutes.
And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Lopez. Now Bogdanovich. Now here's Paul. 6 to shoot. Driving inside. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot. Beal from outside. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 2.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's DiVincenzo. And he dunks it down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Such a tough guard. I mean, Beal mixing it up inside, coming out on top in that battle.
Grant, the Clippers were finally healthy in the playoffs last season, but it still wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, but they gave us a dramatic 7-game series against the Nuggets, who then went on to push OKC to 7 games. So even if it wasn't the outcome the Clips wanted, still a heck of a season. Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Now in his 21st season in the association, Chris Paul, one of the all-time greats, Coach.
Yeah, B.A. second in career assists and steals after John Stockton. Just an incredible career. And when you talk about the greatest point guards of all time, he is definitely in the conversation.
Here's DiVincenzo. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. DiVincenzo's got 10. Paul looking it over. Beal outside. Outside Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Pass to DiVincenzo. Right side, Edwards. Edwards, so good inside.
Terrific play by Edwards. Moves like this are what makes him so much fun to watch.
Here's Paul. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. It's Edwards with a drive. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It goes on Chris Paul. Minnesota shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. And a deep three from Paul. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Minnesota leading by 4. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. Nice shot by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 12 points.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's Leonard. Randall with some nice D. And so it's Minnesota with it. Here's Edwards. Pass to Randall. Now Edwards. Lets the three fly. Collins with the rebound. Harden scanning the floor. Back to Leonard. And Leonard powers it down.
They're taking the opportunity to get airborne. Kawhi doesn't hold back when he sees an opening.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Leonard. Now Dunn. Out to Leonard. They get the rebound. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that gonna get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
No luck on that one.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
And just continuing to pile it on. Leonard is such a ruthless player.
Outside, DiVincenzo to the inside. Gobert. And he banks in the layup. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
And prior to last season, the Timberwolves had never won a playoff series in consecutive seasons, Stan.
Yeah, and so now they make the conference finals 2 seasons in a row. The most sustained success this franchise has ever known.
Harden misses. Minnesota in the lead. And here's Edwards. He's got 6. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Chris Dunn.
Well, look, Edwards doesn't back down from anyone. He embraces getting physical on the way up.
And both free throws good for Edwards. When it comes to Randall, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no questioning Randall's ability to score and rebound down low. And his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Minnesota making a change here. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
And Los Angeles making a change here. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Pass to Harden. Collins a screen. Just 5 to shoot. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing tomorrow play.
Left side, Conley. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Harden with it. 6 points for him. Pass to Dunn. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Left side, Conley. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Back to Harden. .46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Conley. Collins with the rebound. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Los Angeles shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. .36 seconds left in the third quarter. Down low. And then Harden with the jam.
It's incredible. Harden's ability to read the floor and find the weakness.
Floats one. Here's Reed. Back to Conley. The floater. And he lays it up and in. Conley's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great control by Conley in the float game. Gave it just enough.
Here's Collins. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, good whistle there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he sinks the second. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's Minnesota. They're up by 2. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Outside Paul. Bogdanovich on the wing. And the three-pointer goes. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Minnesota with some changes. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Down low. Shot is up. Lopez. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. The drive by DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Edwards connects from outside.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Back to Paul. That shot off the mark. Minnesota leading by 4. Pass to Gobert. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. From the line. And the jumper is good.
Oh, man, Paul finding the soft spot and executing to perfection.
Outside Edwards. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Will go for a different look here. Let's check. In with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Now Randall. Clock at 6. Gobert. Zubac pulls it down. Here's Collins. And he slams it down.
Big time from Collins right there.
Oh, stolen by Harden. To take the lead. That misses.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Well, you need a bucket, give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch key.
Knocks down the trifecta.
Oh, can you say important bucket by Harden? James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
Minute 32 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Zubac. On the wing, Harden. Shoots a 3. The triple drop.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
McDaniels outside. Collins. Beal fires. And he gets it back.
He gets to the long rebound and keeps the clock running. Great play.
Now DiVincenzo. Now Gobert. Oh! Gobert hammers it home.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Collins a screen. Outside Leonard. 4 on the clock. Tosses it up. Cleared away by Edwards. Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Here's Leonard for the win. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just... Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Now here's Randall. Up top, Gobert. Picked by Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. DiVincenzo with it. Picked up by Collins. Randall. Gobert. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
The officials were right on top of that one.
The first one falls. And Beal drops them both.
Well, they needed those. He stayed calm and got it done.
Now DiVincenzo. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Left side, DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. And stolen by Leonard. And stolen by Edwards. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
Now Zubac. Oh, an answer slam.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher, and we saw it right there. If there were ever a play to change the momentum, that might have been it. The bucket, the body, and now the lead.
DiVincenzo. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on even to Zubac. He gets the first, and that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top with those makes.
Outside Harden. And there's the drive. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
It is so difficult to guard Harden on the drive. Tremendous finishing at the hoop. He's also elite at drawing fouls.
Well, when you need a bucket, you can go to Gobert, a high percentage scorer who doesn't waste his attempts.
Outside Harden. And he drives in, using the glass to lay it in.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Edwards. Outside DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards. Now Gobert. Oh, he jammed it.
Well, you got to love that Rudy Gobert was ready in a key moment.
Zubac, screen. Harden. Up again. Outside Leonard. Harden with it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Collins. DiVincenzo pulls it down. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Good on the first. And that'll put him up 2. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Harden outside. Jones sets a screen. No good from 3. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Hey, talk about a cool customer. Icing this one with some clutch.
And the Clippers call time here. Only 2 seconds left in OT. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, they're still battling, but this one is just about official.
And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught us.